Hey guys, Wild Wandering Warrior. I want to talk about Goddess Isis today. So she's one of the Ascended Masters from Egypt. She is absolutely amazing. Like, I just adore her. How funny. I just dropped it out. Goddess Isis, she's here with me. I just did a little meditation with her as well. Your dreams, visions and goals are becoming reality. Stay focused. So with Goddess Isis, I can't even begin to imagine, to explain the connection and the love that I have for her, the things that she's done for me. So when she first started coming to me, I just started seeing her statues and things all around. I had no idea who she was when I first began. I just would see, I'd go into like a Vinnie's or something like that, and there would be statues of her, and I just noticed like books just with her info. Like, it just was so consistent. I would always just get all these little signs. I remember one time there was a spider, and it had its arms out like it was the wings of Goddess Isis. It was just intense. All of these things just kind of kept happening until we kind of started communicating with each other, and she really helped me with working on mother wounds and things like that. So if you ever have a call to work with her, she's amazing. She's very empowering. I remember the first time I astral traveled to her temple, I was literally like cowering to her, like pretty much like praising her, and she's like, get up, stand on your feet, we are equals. Like, she's so empowering, and she's really just taught me how to come into my power. And again, she's one of my main ones that I do activations and healings and stuff for. She's someone I really connect in with all the priestesses and things like that with her. So I don't know if people know much about her Egyptian lifetime. She was an amazing healer. She came from the darkness, went into the light. She is very powerful, and she is just absolutely amazing. So I wanted just to tell a little story that I had the other day with her. I wasn't doing well. I had a bit of a breakdown, and I went and astral traveled to her temple, as I normally do, to get a little bit of healing and assistance. And there was 16 priestesses, so I'm an Isis priestess, and so I've got this real affiliation with her and her teachings and things like that. So I do car body activations, which is a Goddess Isis healing. So Mary Magdalene, there's quite a few other people in history that, like Cleopatra, there's just so many people that are were really connected to Goddess Isis. So yeah, so I went up to her temple, as I do astral traveled up there, and she there was about 16 priestesses, and they come and they put me into a room, and in the room was a rose quartz / amethyst chair, and we kind of sat down together, and I wasn't doing well at this stage, so I was just kind of going with it. And all of the 16 priestesses, they created an orb of light within their hand, and they put it within my body until my body was a whole light being again. And then they all went around and they would say something separate to me, and they would be like, sister, I give you the gift of self-worth. Sister, I give you the gift of happiness. I give you the gift of confidence, all these things. And they just were filling me up and recharging my body. And this is all through meditation that I do these things. But they're just so amazing. So I just wanted to let you guys know a little bit about Goddess Isis and what she kind of stands for. She's very powerful, feminine energy that really just wants to help as many people as she can. She is beyond cleansing and clearing. So if you ever need help with energy work and things like that, or if you need assistance, I'm here to help you with that. So I am pretty much a facilitator for her to come down and work with. So I'm trying to think. Okay, so she's showing me kind of like it's almost like a bag of like tools and tips and tricks that she can kind of bring out for you. I see it as like a little doctor's bag. So when we're going through big things like healings and breaking generational curses, or we're working on trauma work and things like that, these deities that we work with, they are here to give us the tools and they're here to assist us with getting the darkness out of us and bringing more of our soul light into our body. So if you're finding that you have a blockage, or you're finding that you're not able to step into the next step with your spirituality, or there's some trauma that just is stagnant and won't release itself, it's almost like, she opens her little doctor's bag, and she has tools that are able to help us. So this is the same as the archangels. They are here to assist us. We are on a time of earth that it's amazing, but there is so much healing that we need to do, and we don't have to do it on our own. We have assistance. We're here to be helped. Don't feel like you can't call on them, or you're not gifted enough, or you don't have the resources, because it's just all about intention. When I first started, the only thing I believed in was Mother Earth, and I was depressed on my bed, not doing well. I called on Mother Earth and I said, can you please help me? I can't do this anymore. And I felt my body vibrate, and they did a little healing on me. Another time my mum was in hospital, Mother Mary came through to me and did a healing on me. So don't feel like you're alone in this situation. I know with religion and everything, all of these things get distorted. But it's just about sending your attention. If you don't believe in these things, call on the universe. Whatever it is that you believe in, it's really just about opening that door, letting them use their tools to help you in this situation, because you're not alone. We've got a lot of help. I'm just going to pull a few cards and see if she has anything that she wants to say. Oh, okay. Okay, so she's also talking about that protection as well. So green tar is coming through. So it's just talking about you are protected. If you need help cutting cords from people, I know how hard it is for us to let go of people. She's also there to help us with that as well. So moving beyond limitation and really just trusting in the divine. You may not believe it. So many people out there, it's because we've been brainwashed into thinking that all of these myths and things that we've heard for so long that have just gone from generation to generation are not real. Then we've stopped believing, and it's really about just trusting in the universe. So if you need some help with moving into your next step, opening your third eye, if you can see her eye here, if you want to step into this kind of work, if you want to move, and it doesn't have to be spiritual, it could just be, I want a better career, I want to be more happy, I want to be this. It's really just letting them come in, moving beyond any limitations that society or anyone has put on you. So you can do this. It's really about asking for that help. Okay, Lady Portia's coming through as well. So if you see, all of her flowers are in bloom. So that's really about all these limitations that you might have put on yourself, and you're like, okay, how do I've always dreamed of doing this, but I've never had the balls to do it. Call on these guides to kind of help you in that situation. It's talking about divine order as well, and doing what feels right to you. So a lot of the time, majority of the time, we are doing things for other people, things that are draining our energy, things that are not making us happy, but we're still doing it all the time. And it's almost like once you have your awakening, you wake up to all that, and you're like, what was I doing all that for? Okay. Okay, so this is just be the bus driver. So with this, I remember I had a dream. My ex-boyfriend came through, who's passed away, and we were in the dream, we were in a car, and the car was like losing control, and it's driving around, and I was like, someone take the wheel, and he's just looking at me all calm and collected. He's like, this is your life, and you need to take the wheel. And I was just like, told, okay, fair. And that was a full-on message. He was like, if you want better things in life, you need to make this happen. And it really called me out, but I think this is the same message for you. If you need help, I'm really not sure why that's kind of coming through for you, but I think it is just taking charge. What is it? Okay, facing the fear. Kalima, everyone knows my dog is named after Kalima. This is your chance to soar. The amount of readings that I'm doing at the moment is about, like, don't limit yourself. You're here to bring good things in. You're here to be you're here to be bigger than you are being. You are here to shine. Stop dimming your light. Face your fear. What is the fear that is holding you back? What is it that is making you not step into that? If you want to be a singer, why aren't you doing it? Is it the fear of being rejected? What is it? And if you need help with these things, I'm always here to help you with it. Notice how she's got the skulls around her, and a lot of the readings I'm also doing at the moment is about letting shit go. We might have had an idea of what our life would look like. Trust me, I totally get it. Originally, all I wanted was a family, to be a mum. Pretty much, that was it. That was my only goals and aspirations in life. It didn't happen that way for me, and I'm really glad it didn't. But at the same time, we need to let go of this storyline that we've put in our heads that we might have created when we were 16 years old, and figure out what it is actually that lights us up. Look at the fire within her heart. What actually are you going to be on your deathbed and actually be proud that you did? And sometimes we've just got to get the fuck out of our comfort zone. Like, you've got to get out of your comfort zone. I know how scary it is. I was riddled with anxiety, but it really is about just doing one thing a day that jumps out of that comfort zone. And then you get to the point where there is no comfort zone. It's really just about trying new things. Okay. It's about healing. It's really about healing. Maybe when you were a 5-year-old kid, you did something that was a little bit out there and everyone called you a weirdo, and then for the rest of your life you've kind of shut down. You're like, I'm never going to be weird again. Normal is boring. We're here to heal this. So, and seeing the light in every situation. So this card too, with the Miriam, notice how they're mirroring each other. So if you have people in your life at the moment that are triggering you, or you're not liking something about them, whatever that is, look at it and be like, why? Is it something that you don't like within yourself? Or if someone's really succeeding and you're really, really jealous. Jealous is a energy of, I'm missing out on what they're getting. Go for it. Stop being jealous and get off your ass and work for it. You've got to go and make that. So yeah, some people might be mirroring you in your life. So I really want you just to look at that a little bit more and just be like, okay, what is this mirror? What do I need to look at? There's something here. Okay, I'm going to pull out the Goddess Isis deck. Okay. Goddess Isis, is there any messages for us today for whoever is reading, whoever is here with me today? Okay, Osiris. So Osiris is, Goddess Isis is her divine masculine, her divine counterpart. And the other day, so I call on Osiris to show me what a sacred masculine feels like, because I haven't had good relationships in the past, and I've had a bit of a distorted relationship with my father. So I really call on him to show me what it feels like to be held and loved, 13:13 on the clock, to be held and loved in a way that isn't that is requited love. Thank you, music. So it's really just about having that balanced, loving energy. He came to me the other day and did a massive healing on me, which energetically was just next level. I can't even explain it on YouTube because we'll probably get kicked off. It was very sexual. I'll just put it that way. Sexual energy is healing energy, and it is another way that we can tap into, manifest and create, or also do healing work as well. So this is why it's been so distorted for a little while. Okay, it's just talking about just taking one step at a time towards your happiness. Maybe you're in a shit relationship. Maybe you are, you don't want to be in the job that you're in. Little things, but maybe instead of going full force, okay, I've got to break up with this person, maybe working on your confidence a little bit. They don't want you just to... No, they do want you just to upheave your whole life and go with the flow, but they understand that our human minds get anxious and we freak out about so much change at once. So it's really just about doing one step at a time. So for me, even with the business, I want to get out there. I want to do all these kind of things. I don't know where to start. So this is what I'm doing. I'm just starting to do these little things. So it's like, okay, I'll just open all the doors. I'll just try. I'll get out of my comfort zone. I'll try to do these things. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. But I'm showing that I'm committed. I'm showing that I'm working on making a different life. And don't get me wrong, if you're happy just to let everything crumble, it's going to get you there a lot quicker. And it really, divine can just, like, spirit can kind of just take over with that. Okay. With this one that is coming through, it is talking about wearing that cloak of protection. So if you feel like energetically you're giving your energy out, thank you, spirit, put my protection on. The universe is with you in this sense that if you feel... I got a good lesson the other day where it was like, let me learn my lessons in my sleep. We don't have to learn through trauma and pain anymore. We can learn through joy, which has been really hard for me to grasp because I am not like that. But they just want you to know that go back to them cards. They just want you to know that it can be peaceful, it can be joyful. I know so many people lately that are stepping into their power and their happiness, and you wouldn't even recognize them from 5 years ago. Again, if you need help with unblocking or uncork, I see like a wine bottle being uncorked. If you need help with this, because they really want you to know that you are your own God. You are the creator. You are the one that can make things change, and it doesn't have to be as hard as you actually think it is. Yeah, it's we are here to transmute our pain into power. We are here to bring in big, beautiful things, but are you ready to kind of step into it? Okay. Again, it keeps talking about alchemy. So what are you going to create? What are you here to bring? There's the earth spirit is coming through as well. So I don't know if that's relevant for someone. I noticed that it's like a closed in. To me, I'm like, let's take this lid off. What's in here? What can I do? Okay, so the Sphinx is coming through as well. So this is talking about silent wisdom. Look how they're going into the temple space. The fact that we were talking about temple and stuff before, maybe give it a go. Ask Goddess Isis, can I come to your temple for a healing? If you're not feeling comfortable with that, let me do it for you. It's really just about taking that little bit of time. So maybe this is a bit of an isolation card, or maybe it's representing meditation. So if you go within, you're going to get the light codes and the information that you may need. So if you're just like, what am I meant to do? Go within. And sometimes that is doing a little bit of automatic writing. My cousin today found the pendulum and she absolutely loves it. If you need a bit of help with your intuition, your guides are constantly giving you information. But for me, meditation is the easiest way to kind of get information now. Don't get me wrong, back in the day I couldn't meditate to save my life. Okay, the Eye of Ra is coming through as well, very, very powerfully. Okay, the Blue Lotus is coming through as well. I've been using that energy a lot. Okay, there is a reference to symbolism in this card. So again, Orset is Goddess Isis. She goes by many, many names. So the symbols. You may receive symbols with your spiritual awakening that you may not know what they mean. You can get more information on it. A lot of the time I just am like, whatever it means, it's fine. I sometimes use them in my Reiki healings and things like that. I've been really obsessed with the infinity sign at the moment, and that is also a sign that I use to connect in with Goddess Isis. So if that's relevant to anyone, let me know, comment, let me know if any of this is resonating with anyone. I really would love some feedback with this stuff. I'm on TikTok, Facebook and Instagram. I'm just figuring it out as I go, so we will see. Again, so the earth and the water spirit are coming through, so they may be something that you're connected to. That is a good way to heal our energy as well, is by going into the water. Okay. So the Nile River's coming through, and again, water, it's talking about emotions and the flow of abundance. So if you notice here, it feels rocky, and up here it feels really calm and peaceful and things like that. So again, what we were talking about before about just letting things flow down that river. If it's not for you, let it flow, let it leave, let it walk on, because there's another bigger, better boat coming in. So I don't know who this is for. Let this boat go so this boat can come in. I know how hard it is to let go, and I'm feeling this is in regards to relationship. I was in a 10-year relationship, on and off, very toxic, not good for me, but I loved him with everything I had, and that's hard. That's hard to walk away from, especially what I was talking about before. I had this idea of what my life would look like. I was going to get married to him and have kids and do all these kind of things. It didn't really matter what it was. He knew that it wasn't about him, but I had to let that go in order to step into where I am today. It is hard. It's sad. You've got to grieve it. It's okay. It will be okay. The Akashic Records is coming up as well. So we have pretty much the Akashic Records is like a library where all our soul's information sits. We can tap into this library. If you astral travel, you can go to the library and find your book of what you're here to bring in, all your multiple timelines, what it really looks like. So to me, the reason that is kind of coming through, and we're talking about doing trauma work and healing, sometimes you may have a block within your Akashic Records. So an example for me, I was persecuted probably as a witch in another lifetime. That has made me struggle with stepping into my power in this lifetime. So that is something that I had to go and fix. I don't directly work with Akashic Records, but if you find another healer that does, or again, there's so many YouTube meditations, there's so many things that you can do on your own, and it's really just about disconnecting and culling those contracts. So you may have a contract. Okay, an example, I had a client that had a dark energy that in a past lifetime he had agreed that this energy was able to suck his power in order to get spiritual gifts and things like that. We don't want that. So he has to go back in and disconnect that energy source from him. So we've all got etheric cords and contracts to past timelines. Again, ask your spirit team if that's what it is. I just want you to look at this. So this is Creator God. So look at, this is your higher self. This might be a past life. This might be the life that you're living. We have hundreds of multiple other ones. This is you. This is you. This is you. These two people are connected because it is you. This is how karma works as well. So things that you might not understand in this lifetime, it may be something that is happening in this lifetime. You can tap into your higher self to disconnect any things that aren't serving you anymore, things that you have aligned with, but by tapping into all of these different lives. So in this life, you may have been a healer, but in this life, you're not really sure what you're meant to do. Okay, well, I'm going to pull on that information and I'm going to bring it over to this life, because again, it's all us. It is up to us what we experience. We have free will. It's up to us what we want to bring in. In other, when we incarnate on other planets and galaxies and things like that, we have remembrance. On Earth, we do not. So in other lives, they're very aware that it's like, oh, in my other life, I was a god or something like this. But in this life, on Earth, we don't have that remembrance. So I want you just to remember that there is information that you can pull on. And I really want to tell you, if you are a healer, a psychic, or a light worker, you don't have to work so hard. You've already done all the training in other lifetimes. It's just about pulling it in. So I really want you to remember that. And I really want Spirit to let this find whoever it's meant to find. Okay, interesting. That card's come back again with the Akashic Records, but it's also talking about fertility and satisfaction. So I don't know if there's maybe someone out there that is struggling with fertility or what this may be. Okay. It's weird. When I look at these like little plants down here, you know them like, there's one over there. The Santas. I don't know what they call it. They're like them little white flower things that you blow and you make a wish kind of thing. It's almost like in that's what they're meant to look like. Okay, so it's like how do I explain that? It's like your fruits aren't growing. Okay, if you feel like you've got some sort of blockage, I don't think it even necessarily means with children. It could for some people, but if you feel like you're trying to bring something in and there's a blockage, it's an akashic thing. Sorry, I keep burping a lot. When we clear energy, we clear it in the weirdest ways. Yeah, so if there's something that you feel like, okay, I'm meant to bring this in, I am working on it, I'm doing everything I can, but it's just not hitting and it's not elevating, I feel like there is something in a past life that you need to work on releasing. And it can just be intention. Write that down. Any blockages in any lifetimes that I have, I remove. Okay, I want some more information on this. It's talking about our sacred journey. I'll try to stop around the half-hour mark. Okay. The deer. Okay, I keep getting the deer reference. I'm just going to read what that is. I didn't know who that was for. Okay, you've been involved in some aggressive negative circumstances and need to seek out safe, nurturing situations and people. More than ever, you need to trust your gut instinct. You're poised for an enticing adventure, one that will take down many different paths and lead to many important insights. Be gentle with yourself and others. Okay, take what resonates. Spirit, is there any remainder messages? Goddess Isis, is there anything that you'd like to share? Okay, she's showing me like, you know them like Russian dolls? Or like a lotus that's like ever unfolding. What you see of yourself is just one compartment. There is so many layers and she wants to help you bloom and open. If you are being called to work with her, please work on her. Okay, and she wants to be able to help you with your psychic abilities. So it's talking about opening the third eye. If you find this and you are going, okay, I really want to step into my spirituality, but I do not know how, I want you to either contact me or contact Goddess Isis and be like, I'm ready to step into my power now. Because I think this is what this is all about. Not limiting yourself, really stepping into your power. It's really just about being devoted. Krishna is amazing. Trust your spiritual guidance. Your commitment has been recognized. You are loved unconditionally. If you find this page with all of the algorithms, you've never heard of me, and all of a sudden you have this pop on your page, that's how spirit works. They'll put shit in front of you that you may go, how did I see this? What was it? And that's how they work. This is what faith is. It's about believing that. And for some people, that is really, really hard. Trust. You got to trust where you're being led, what they're showing you, because you may be getting signs constantly, but you need to take the time to listen and receive and align your life to make you happy. So it's really just talking about everything happens at the right times for the right reason. So if you're like me and you feel like you've missed the boat, or there's such a rush and you need to they just want you to know everything is happening in divine timing. So don't feel like you're missing out on it. Don't freak out over it. Okay. Can we have 2 more cards, Goddess Isis, before we finish up today? Ooh. Sekhmet's coming through. Amazing. Oh, card. Okay, so that is talking about change and healing. So again, Akashic Records. Okay, I'm sorry. Someone has some things within their Akashic Records we need to clear. Sekhmet, change and healing. She is directly connected to that sun. I don't even know if it's a she or a he, Sekhmet. I can't remember. She has breasts, maybe. Doesn't mean anything nowadays. Okay, so It's really about connecting in. Notice how she is a shapeshifter. She's got two forms. She's human and then she's got a lion head. So they really want you to know that you're multi-dimensional. They want you to know that there's a lot more to you. Again, there's so many aspects of you. And this is really just about changing, letting things go and stepping into that healing energy. You may be called to use the Ankh as well as a healing symbol. Things are going to change for you. Things are going to get big. You may be tired. Notice the things under her eyes. You may be tired and you may be like, when is things going to happen? It's all happening as it's meant to be happening. I know that's frustrating. I did a little video on surrendering before. It can get really frustrating, but they just want you to know that you are supported in this. I know you're tired. I really know you're tired, and I can feel the heaviness, the weight on you. Rome wasn't built in a day. Hear that? Rome was not built in a day. You need to be okay. And if you're tired, get a healing. You don't have to struggle so much. Ask these guides to come through for you. If you aren't sure what you're doing yet, go and book in with a healer. You are gifted. You are here to bring big things in. I do not want you to stress. I'm here. I want to send you some love right now. I want you to take a deep breath. And on the breath in, we're letting in the light. And on the breath out, we're letting go of that heavy energy. I want you to breathe in. And breathe in with a sigh. Breathe out with a sigh. One more time. Breathe in, taking that energy. Breathe out with a sigh. You'll succeed at last. It's like such a dancing happy day. I love it. Okay. Follow the voice of your soul. Star ancestors. You may be connected into the galactic realm as well. I had some aliens come through to me last night. You're getting light codes all the time. Information, downloads, signals, tips, things to work on. Follow the voice of your soul, of your heart, not your mind. Be devoted and committed. Enjoy growth and reap rewards. If you are committed, you'll get the apple. You just planted the tree, you're not going to have the apple yet. You need to water it every single day. You need to make time for it. You need to make time for your soul. You got this. I love you guys. Please comment, like, share. I don't know. No. If you're in a funk, go dance, baby. I love you guys. Message me if you need me.